Continue to follow this breaking news here on the Now. We're monitoring a very large grass fire burning to the north of Kansas City. 1,300 acres in Platte County has burned so far, we're told.
Yeah, this land owned by the Bureau of Prisons, and they were out mowing this morning, and apparently a bearing went out of the mower, flew off, and sparked the fire. We're expecting a news conference to begin now any minute with the deputy fire chief out of Platte County.
In the meantime, we have J.D. Rudd out there monitoring this because the winds have been such a huge issue. J.D.
Yeah, they've been a big issue for us today. There's no question about that at all. We've seen wind gusts today close to 50 miles an hour. We've been out here for the last, about an hour or so now. And here in the last 2 or 3 minutes, we've got our highest wind gusts so far in our current location, which is just outside of Weston and about 4 miles away from the Tracy area. We've seen around 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts kick its way up here in our area. And what this means is a whole issue when we have the red flag warning in place, which, by the way, the National Weather Service has now issued a red flag warning for tomorrow. So here's your early heads up. It's going to be the same kind of deal for us as we go into tomorrow. But you have dry conditions. You have these very high wind, which I'm talking to you and measuring the wind at the same time. And so when you've got the dry conditions, you've got the wind going on. Keep in mind, too, you've got things like vegetation down here with 8% or less, as they call it, of moisture content. It's very, very dry. All it takes is a wayward spark, be it from a lawnmower, from a barbecue grill, from a cigarette. Whatever you do the next couple of days, don't do that with your cigarettes, please. Even you hear a train behind me, those things too can make sparks here and there. So a lot of different things that you may not initially think of that could just lead to 1 or 2 sparks, and before you know it, you get a fire going. And with wind around 35 miles an hour, at least in our area, gusts even stronger in some locations today, those are some of the recipes and the keys that you need to get some bad wildfire conditions. We've had one in this area. We had the one in Lynn County. I know other parts of central Kansas have seen wildfires today. My initial estimation was at least 7 to perhaps 9 wildfires in the Kansas and Missouri areas so far this afternoon. And again, that red flag warning now for most of the area for tomorrow. So it's kind of the same conditions.